Hello guys and welcome back to Shine. Today I'm going to be doing the kind of like the second episode of this mini series that I'm going to be doing. Is going to be giving you some guys tips on how to progress further into Platinum. So what I'm going to do is, if you guys didn't see my last video, which some of you might have because you're not gold players, I did some tips for gold players to help them reach into the Platinum ranks. So I'm just going to kind of give like some of the tips that I used in that video, but literally not even cover them. So the first one's going to be half flipping, which I would assume if you're in a Platinum rank then you should know how to half flip by then. Get good on the walls. I did a little bit of a tutorial type thing on that in my last video. And getting good at passing. Now passing gets more increasingly better, or like more increasingly important the higher ranks you get up. So in Platinum, if you can learn how to pass well, I would recommend that. And yeah, that's pretty much it that I covered in that video. So we're going to move on to the tips for this video. First tip is going to be rotation. Now I won't stay on this one too long because most people will know how to rotate. Some people are a lot better than others, and it's something that you kind of progress each step you kind of go up, because rotation kind of works in different ways the higher rank you are. But yeah, just learning how to rotate, make sure you're always giving your teammates space, make sure that you kind of like overlapping each other and stuff like that, and just know where you need to be. Different like playlists, like so like for example in 2s and 3s, the way you rotate is very different in each one, so make sure you kind of get good in that. And the only way I can really recommend that is watching people that are better than you. Kind of check out some pros, check out people who are in like diamond ranks, just have a look at how they position themselves and how they kind of overlap and attack balls, and stuff like that. And yeah, that's my first tip, and a very important one as well, especially if you're looking to go into higher ranks. My second tip, and a very important one, but at the same time, like, it's not something you need to know, but it's something that will definitely help you progress in the ranks, and that's learning how to hit backboard aerials. Now if you don't know what a backboard aerial is, I'll try to show you like an example while I'm explaining it. I'll show you some footage. But backboard aerials, like I said, they're not something that was going to instantly make you insane, but it's something that can be a very, very valuable asset. And it's something you do need to learn when you're higher up in ranks, because you can do self-assisted backboard aerials where you literally hit the ball against the backboard, you go up and hit it down, or you can just read someone else that might have taken a poor shot or purposely hit it against the backboard or anything, or it might just deflect it or something like that. And it's very, very useful because it makes it very awkward for the goalkeeper, especially if they don't practice it. And like I said, in the Platinum 1s and like Platinum 2 ranks, you're not really going to know how to defend those as a goalkeeper. So learning how to do them is very, very useful. They can be quite hard to use, and it's quite hard to learn them because they're very, very situational. It's not something that, for example, sometimes it will bounce off the wall, it will go up, sometimes it will just bounce straight down. You need to learn how to read the ball. They're not crucial, but it's just a little bit of like a secret weapon you can have that it can be an asset to you basically. So I would recommend learning how to do backward aerial. Third tip is going to be remove hesitation or don't go. So a lot of people, especially in the lower ranks, hesitate. I'm quite bad at hesitating as well, something I need to work on. But one thing that I've learned, especially playing with people like Kazelux, is try and cut hesitation out of your game as much as possible. Now, there's a fine line between being aggressive, which is another point which I've just kind of combined into this one. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being a ball chaser. So you want to be aggressive in your play, and you want to remove hesitation, because a lot of the time you'll see a ball, you'll go up to it and you'll be like, oh, that's a good chance, and you pull out because you see someone else goes for it, and then they pull out, and then you go for it, and then you go for it, so you pull out again. Just for example, obviously sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, sometimes it's just once, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you just hesitate, and you know that if you just went straight away, you would have won the ball, you could have a goal scoring opportunity, you might have made the save, something like that. So just try and remove hesitation or don't go at all, because like I said, it can screw you over. Sometimes you wait too late and then you do front flip into the ball, someone's already hit it past you, and then you put your teammate at a disadvantage. So try and remove hesitation as much as possible. Try and stay like, not on the halfway line, but you know, in that area so that you can overlap and you can track back at the same time if the ball gets luckily behind you. But like I said, know the level between aggressiveness and ball chasing, because you don't want to be a ball chaser, because they're the worst type of people in this game. Now my fourth tip, I think, maybe fifth, I've lost count, but you guys will know, is trying to learn how to fly backwards. And I don't necessarily mean fly backwards, I kind of just mean learn how to control your car try and learn how to control your car regardless of what state it's in. It helps you a lot because you can get angles that you can't normally get by flying forwards. It can help you for air dribbling, so just like the backward aerials. It's not something that you need to know to get into like Platinum 3, but it's something that will definitely help you on your journey there. So I would recommend learning how to do it. It's not that hard to learn. It seems like when you watch people do it, you're like, oh my god, that's pretty insane, but because they're so good at it, it looks possible to do. Then you try it yourself, you're like, oh my god, I'm never going to learn to fly backwards. But honestly, if you just keep trying it in games, just try and if you just sit in the arena, learn the basics. One of my favourite tips, actually, I learned this from Mason, I think. Go into the aerial on Pro, where the ball sits still, and just try and hit the ball, and just keep resetting it until you can comfortably hit the ball over and over. And then once you could do that, just take it into the games, and learning how to fly sideways and stuff like that. But like I said, it's not a key tip that you need to know, but it's definitely one that will help you, and obviously you will need to know it in the higher ranks to get the angles possible. But yeah, it's just a nice little tip, and it will definitely help you guys out. And the final tip, and it's kind of a controversial one, some people may disagree with it, but know your level. Now for me, this is like, it's quite an important tip. Now obviously be ambitious and go for things that you can't normally hit, but know the difference between your mechanical level and someone else's, because you see a lot of people, especially in Platinum, because Platinum's where you just start getting good, you're starting to be able to do things that champs can do, for example, but obviously not as well, for example air drags, backward errors and stuff like that, because in gold most people just keep it on the floor, they might hit the odd aerial, but in Platinum you do see a lot more interesting play, and people start to think they're a lot better than they are. I definitely did when I started getting into Platinum, but learn your level. Don't try and think that you're much better than you are. Obviously, like I said, be ambitious, but like, don't try doing things that you can't actually do, especially over and over and over, that can cause your teammate harm, because yeah, it can cost you the game. And then, you know, just don't be cocky, basically. Just know your value and know your ability on the game, and play within that. Obviously try and branch out a little bit, but don't overextend your play style past your ability, if that makes sense. You know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, just know your level and stick to that. But yeah, that's basically all my tips, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously try and show you some clips and stuff that match up with my tips, and I know they're not the best tips in the world, but there's just a few tips that I've learned from playing in Platinum. I'm currently Platinum 3, so I'm not like the best player in the world. I'm not like a solid like diamond player or anything. I'm not claiming to be, but I just thought I'd give you some tips, because I can't remember who it was, but someone asked my last video to drop some tips for a Platinum player trying to reach higher in Platinum. So those are my tips. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more tips or like specific tutorials, for example air dribbling or backwards flying or something like that, then obviously let me know. I'll be sure to do those. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, of course. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you all have a great day, and peace.